There's some Dinar Guru updates starting off with yada. Now the UN, IMF, US, World Bank, and even the CBI know the GOI can no longer stop the process. Best analogy would be the pitcher has sent the pitch and it's on the way to being received by the catcher. The pitcher is Iraq and the catcher is the rest of the world. Iraq can no longer stop it. It's out of their control, and I strongly believe we are in the last weekend of being broke. All right, Claire says the budget has been approved. The third vote is a formality that will make it law, which they also refer to as approval, but it really means made into law to implement. If they were not going to agree to pass it into law, it would have been sent back to the COM, which it never was. The Parliament session was supposed to end on the 9th of May. They already extended the session to have the third vote on the budget as per articles. All right, Militiaman says the 2023, 24, 25 budget hasn't been implemented yet. They haven't shown you anything in respect to a potential exchange rate, but there's some things that tell you they're about to do that exchange rate change. They say that specifically that's part of the process. All right, Hennig article, quote, International Monetary Fund, Iraq is third in the Arab world in terms of exports of goods and services last year, unquote. Another quote, Iraq exported goods and services in 2022 worth $140.7 billion, which increased from the years 2020, 2021, which amounted to $54.94 billion, respectively. Iraq came third among the Arab oil-producing countries with the highest value of exports of goods and services after the UAE and Saudi Arabia. All right, Pimpy says this money laundering is a big issue for Iraq. If your government can't stop laundering money, you're going to stay on a so-called blacklist. Your money will never be traded internationally because nobody's going to trust you. Once again, people have found out Iraq is funneling money to Iran, money laundering it. They find new, different ways. Because of that, the U.S. dollars received are restricted. Because of that, the restriction, it causes a huge black market and causes their currency to devalue. All right, Frank26 says, as soon as we see the budget, all hell is going to break loose. There will be another exchange rate announced. It will be around 1,000 or 1,100 in preparation for the float. All right, Militiaman says the governor of the central bank is openly talking about a delegation of experts from the International Finance Corporation. Why is he talking about the International Financial Corporation if he's coming out at a program rate that I call it, or the official rate of $13.10? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. They could have done it at $13.10, $14.60, $11.66, and never did. And lastly, yada. I'm of the mind that we're going to see this rate released before they pass the budget. The rate is the driver of the budget, not the other way around.